Hey Brian, first off to introduce myself, I am the AOA United States Champion, Adrian Ockley. Now Brian, I know you have an open challenge and I know you don't know who your challenger is going to be, but I want you to know something. That when you go out there tonight, just know that no matter who you beat on that AOR roster or AOA roster even, you will always be second best. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that I can say I've done a lot more with my career and my time in All Out Action than you could ever do. So just know that when you go out there tonight, win, lose, or draw, being in second place is not a bad thing. Being in second place isn't a bad thing, Adrian? And what do you mean you've done more than me? I'm coming off a win against the world champion. I faced off against AOA's first world champion the week before that. I have had defense after defense for my global championship, and I have another defense right now. In fact, you would actually be defending your AOA United States Championship tonight against Sean Wright if you weren't so scared to do so. So if you excuse me, Adrian, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to show you what a real champion is all about. And then maybe, if the time comes, we'll see who's second best. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take a moment to welcome you guys to the Breaking Boundaries pre-show. What is up? It's your boy, JNW Boss in the building. We're going to kick things off tonight with the open challenge, and apparently it looks like we got Mr. Alex, who are going to be stepping up to the plate. Alex from All Out Revolution stepping up to the plate to challenge Brian Dexter for the Global Championship. And that's very interesting words coming from Adrian Ockley, because yeah, Brian Dexter is correct. Brian Dexter is about to defend his championship right now against now who we know is going to be Alex, while Adrian Ockley is not putting the United States Championship on the line against Sean Wright. And by the way, they will go ahead and announce right now that it will be Sean Wright versus Adrian Ockley to kick off our main card for Breaking Boundaries tomorrow night. But nonetheless, Alex is here. He's ready to rock and roll on the Breaking Boundaries pre-show. He gets a chance to challenge for the Global Championship against Brian Dexter. He's been in the ring with Brian Dexter before and allowed one costly mistake to ruin his chance at the Global Championship. So let's see if Alex can turn around and make this one make do of his unfortunate demeanor, unfortunate outing the last time he had to face him. And especially with this odd dude Draven at ringside, that's definitely going to play a part in this one. And ladies and gentlemen, here comes the All Out Revolution Global Champion, Mr. Brian Dexter. And you know Brian Dexter, he's probably, again, he's coming out here now, thanks to Adrian, with a point to prove. He's coming out here now ready to rock, ready to fight, ready to show what a real champion is made of. And again, some of the other matches real quick that we will be having on the pre-show, we will see the All Out Action All-Star Champion, Destri Tarlton, putting his All-Star Championship on the line, against Austin Wallace. And then the main event for the pre-show will be a street fight back on the All Out Revolution side between the Crew and the Cabal, as Tony Wood and Andre Richardson look to get a measure of revenge on the Cabal, thanks to the Cabal's manager Taskmaster kind of running game on them, saying that they would get a chance to challenge for the tag team titles, but that opportunity never came. So the Crew want to end this thing with the Cabal. They get to do it here tonight on this pre-show. And Brian Dexter ready to rock and roll, ready to, again, coming out here now with a bit of motivation. But you question how healthy is Brian going into this matchup, given that on the most recent All Out Revolution episode, he did have an over 20-minute matchup with the world champion, in which, yes, he was victorious. But by that same token, you know he's still probably hurt. He's still probably beat down. He's still probably feeling the effect of that matchup, and as well as his match before that against the world champion of AOA. So safe to say if you are Brian Dexter, you're coming in here a little bit of the walking wounded to face Alex, a man who is ready for this opportunity, ready to make the most of a second chance here. And we're going to see how well this goes for Mr. Alex here in his pre-show matchup. And if you are the champion, Brian Dexter, knowing what you just went through against Jackson Wade, knowing what you went through against Monster and Brandino, even before that, you know, if you're Brian, you got to end this one quickly. You're in there with someone like Alex who is going to use this moment to well, first get a measure of revenge for the previous loss, and hopefully not look like a freaking moron and learn from his lessons of the previous match as well. Brian Dexter now handing over the Global Championship. Will it be for the last time? We have until we hear a final bell to figure that out. And that's what it's all about, the All Out Revolution Global Championship here. And by all means, let's get this one started. Alex and Brian, Global Championships on the line. And I would just like to take a moment to welcome you guys to the Breaking Boundaries pre-show. And of course, at any point during the pre-show, you're feeling so inclined, feel free to click the like, comment, and subscribe, and click the bell icon. That way, you don't miss another upload, as Breaking Boundaries is tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. So you definitely don't want to miss that. We're going to run down the card later at the end of this pre-show here. That way, you know what you're going to be getting on the main show. So I can promise you, Breaking Boundaries is looking to be a fire pay-per-view. So definitely check us out there. And right now, Brian Dexter is starting out on fire here, absolutely. Displaying his strength, displaying his power, exerting his will over Alex here. Look at this. Oh, man, the suplex on the floor. Both men need got a 10 count they got to work with here. They need to get back in the ring. And Brian's sending Alex back in. And Brian, of course, being a smart man, is going to follow suit himself. Even though technically the champion, if you are Brian Dexter, you can win via count out or disqualification, but knowing Brian, that's not how he's going to want to work. That's not how he wants to operate. And he's going to continue to roll with what brought him to the names here. His power, the strength, the goodness. Incredible offense. And Draven is looking on, and Draven has been coaching Alex, to say the least, on how to be aggressive, how to take his career to the next level. And Draven has been a former champion himself. The promotion will be known as Under the Radar. He's definitely been around before. Definitely know what it's like to get some championship gold and want to get Alex there himself. And now Alex has been under the tutelage of Draven for a little while now. And so far it has been successful to a point. I mean, Alex has done great for himself in singles action. However, it seems like when golden opportunities have arose, Alex has been unable to take full advantage. And so let's see if Alex has learned a bit under Draven and under his, for his own experiences. And let's see if he can become the global champion, as he's doing a great job dropping the knees repeatedly to Brian Dexter. And they're going up to the middle rope. And notice Alex is being aggressive, yes. But notice how he's taking his time here. Excellent uppercut from Alex off the middle rope. Straight into a cover, because why not? Sounds like a good idea. 2. And they kick out at 2. And I mentioned before, coming up next, actually, it will be the All Out Action All-Star Championship on the line. As Destri Tarlton will take on Austin Wallace. Destri looking to get a measure of revenge for the loss in the 6-man tag on All Out Action. Oh, good. And then in the main event of the pre-show will be a street fight on the All Out Revolution side between the Cabal and the Crew. Alex now looking to take flight here. Misses target. Missed the target, but excellent follow-up on the part of Alex with the back elbow, and now continuing the offense, using the ring post as a weapon. Now taking his time. They continue to wear out Brian Dexter here. If we're at the count of 5. Entry to the midsection. Throw them back in the ring. Not a bad idea. Into the top rope now. He usually doesn't go up here too often, but he does this time. Effective with the elbow, dropping it across the chest, dropping it across the neck there, straight into a cover. Alec may have the one. We may have a new global champion. And no, Brian Dexter showing that toughness once again, able to stay alive in this matchup. Now, Alec, I hope he doesn't get too. Oh, wow. I was showing a power game of his own, but I'm saying I hope Alec doesn't get too angry. I hope he doesn't get too, caught up and full of himself as he kind of just did there. But I guess I kind of can't blame him because he's in control right now. All right, Alex, you're kind of slipping back into some dangerous territory, bro. Remember what happened the last time you did this stuff? Didn't work out well for you. And right there, it did work out well for him as Brian Dexter sending Alex straight to the outside. Referee, the referee count is on, and Brian Dexter just kicked his freaking head off. Out there on the floor, and Draven's just watching on, not even getting physically involved in this one. Man, again, you don't want to. Trusting, dude, and Brian absolutely bending the spine of Alex across the floor. They're going to send him right back into the ring. Right to the back again. Brian trying to stomp him out, and Alex tried to run at him again. Relief German suplex again. A bad look for Alex here. Straight into a cover. I'm surprised that isn't a rope break, but only gets a 2 count nonetheless. Sure, Alex will complain about that, but whatever, it is what it is. Hit to the gut. Surf up. It might be a wrap right here. Bingo. As we know, Brian, he got that F5 in his arsenal. Let's see if he can hit it. If he can hit it and take this matchup home, that's a good look for him. Got him up over the shoulder. Here we go. That F5 taking Alex down. Excellent work. Brian Dexter had put this one away. Wait a second. What the heck? There's Adrian Oxley. I mean, we just saw these two get into a verbal altercation just a moment ago, and wait a second. And Brian Dexter going out to deal with Adrian Oxley. F5 to Adrian. That'll put him down. Referee checking on Alex there. And he did with that distraction, but runs right into Alex, though. The brain buster. Catching them with the brain buster. Adrian after called Brian the global championship, and no, he did not. Alex is probably heated at that. Alex so close, just a split second away from becoming the global champion. Yet Adrian Oxley attempted to get involved, but now this opened a wide open door for Alex to take advantage. Send him off into the rope again. Ooh. Hip right hand. Ooh. In a great form. And now Alex dropping the knee. Sending Dexter into the corner. And if you're Brian Dexter, I mean, they ain't talk about a wrench thrown into your game plan. Especially since he pretty much had that match in the bag, but now he may have lost his chance here. Could have ended that match right there. And, ooh. Alex is getting a bit wounded here. Brian misses the boot to try to turn this one back around. Alex sidestepped and got him with a German suplex, and now forearm to the back again. Chop to the chest. Alex is going in. Alex got a moment here. He can make a moment for himself and win the global championship. On the biggest stage either of these two men have ever competed on, no less. Ooh. Alex is doing what he can here. Here we go. Kick right on. Kick him dead in his face. And look at Alex. Oh, wow. Putting him down. This is his moment. Here we go. The DDT. And he usually sets it up with that brain buster. Pointing up to the sky like this is it. This is it. He's about to drop him down if he can get it. Don't you. Alex. You were right there, bro. You were right there. You were right there. But you just had to, didn't you? You couldn't help yourself, did you? You were right there. You morons. Covered. This is it. Thank you. Alex, you were right there, bro. We all believed in you. I believed in you. I'm sure some of these people believed in you. But yet and still, falling back to old habits, caused you to lose another opportunity at this championship. And you can argue Alex was the closest he's ever gotten. Just a little bit more damage, that would have been it. I think that brainbuster, if it would have connected, that would have been done. But no, Alex took one last second to talk. And Brian, thank goodness, at least for his sake, retained the Global Championship. But something tell me, Brian's going to remember that. He's going to remember Adrian trying to get involved. And well, let's hope Brian's level-headed. Because if he isn't, Adrian, you might want to watch yourself in this show, bro. That's all I'm saying. I know Adrian's on the main show. But he might want to watch himself. But Brian Dexter, holding on, doing Global Championship. Good work, man. You've earned it. Go ahead, show off, man. You got a good win tonight. You got a really good win tonight. One of the biggest shows of his freaking career so far. I wonder how Draven's feeling after his client for the second time failed to get the global title. But whatever, Brian picking up the win tonight. Hey, listen, I know this is going to be a great night. I know this is going to be a big night and everything, but like, we seem to have a lot of interpromotional tension going on. I mean, if you think about it, what we just saw between Brian and Adrian just a moment ago, we got Darren saying the stuff that he's saying, and I'm worried about my main event. We got Carmen and Carolyn, our two women's champions, that if that parking lot altercation gets too bad, they might not even be at 100% for their respective title matches. Like, what can we do? What can we do? I mean, because this is, I'm a little bit anxious about this. I understand. I completely understand that. So listen, what I've done, I've made sure that we have had extra security in place to potentially break up any altercation that may happen. We're going to try to keep these guys and gals separated as much as possible. I can understand where you're nervous, and I'm kind of right there with you, admittedly. But I think this is just going to be a one-time thing because just tensions are running high. It's our first interpromotional pay-per-view. People feel like they got stuff to prove, all that stuff. You know how it is. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sure that's how it is. And if anything else, we can use this night as a learning opportunity to make sure that, we prevent stuff like this from happening, to kind of nip it in the bud before it really gets going. I just hope that for our thing, nothing else happens. Well, either way, I'm looking forward to watching the show and seeing what AOA does. So let's get to it. And the general manager is taking the heed, taking necessary precautions, because they got a point. There's a lot of interpromotional tension going on. I mean, we just saw a little bit right there with Adrian and Brian Dexter. And you know what? All I can say is I'm happy that dude is on the pre-show. That's all I can say. All I can say is I'm happy that dude is on a pre-show. Because if he was on my main show, I'd be heated. But nonetheless, Austin Wallace, our level up contract holder, is getting this matchup, well, basically due to whining, crying, and complaining to Mr. Bloomberg about wanting a rematch. That's pretty much all I can tell you. He was whining, crying, throwing a fit to D-Ice and Mr. Bloomberg about how it was wrong. He shouldn't have had to defend his championship in a battle royal and blah, 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 blah. And so he's getting this match here because Mr. Bloomberg is pacifying this dude. But okay. And look at this dude's ego. I promise you. Well, anyways, here comes the current All-Star Champion and hopefully retaining All-Star Champion after this match. Destri Tarlton, as mentioned before, won the championship in a battle royal, eliminating Chaos and being the final person eliminated in that regard. And ever since then, Destri successfully retained the All-Star Championship against Chaos. And then ever since then, he's really kind of been on a roll. I mean, All-Star Championship team's looking a little light right now, which is probably why Austin Wallace was able to whine and cry and complain to get his matchup. But regardless, I'm sure Destri doesn't mind defending this All-Star Championship. But wait a second. Austin Wallace jumping him from behind because, of course he did. We got a little henchman, Jason Wells, at ringside. Oh, boy. You know, to this day, I still feel bad for Jason Wells. You go from the first ever AOA United States champion to a backstage interviewer to now you're lackey with this dude. And I think this is the lower point of his career. Jason, please salvage yourself while you still can. Please. You don't need this guy. I promise you, you really don't need this dude at all. I mean, we saw how he treated Tyson Young. He's not going to treat you like a real friend, bro. He isn't. Don't hang around him. Stop. Please. Well, whatever. We'll learn some way. We'll learn some way, somehow. And right now, Destri needs to learn how to deal with this. Of Austin Wallace, the egotistic, the arrogance, showmanship. The fact that, again, I almost hate to say it, but it's true. Austin Wallace, honestly, if he can cut out a lot of the showmanship, if he can cut down on his ego, I think this dude is actually a great professional wrestler and good use of the barricade right there against Destri, I'm willing to admit. That's the problem. He's this guy. He's good. There's no disputing that. He's inside the ring. He's good, but if everything surrounding that just drive me up the wall. Drop kick there from Wallace. I'll give him that. We're over the cover. Please don't let this be it. 2. Come on, Destri. There we go. Okay, good. I know somebody would say, oh, you're being biased. You should be an unbiased commentator. Well, sorry. This dude gets under my skin. A lot. The moonwalk. Well, Destri makes it back to his feet, and Austin Wallace realizes it. And Destri back and hit him right across his mouth. Overall, getting shut up every once in a while. But then again, even with a broken jaw, I'm sure the dude will find a way to talk. But anyway, Destri is sitting there on a roll, finally letting his power speak for him, saving the talking for a later date. And now we're going to the outside, and they kind of looking at Jason Wells and they say, hey, bro, you might want to check yourself. Austin Wallace logically tried to take advantage of that, but Destri ran a rock and roll. Great combination by Destri. Ooh. That was spear. Beautiful. Well, to get to the rope there. Going on him, and I think Austin was trying to get into the corner, trying to get some type of reprieve, but Destri is refusing to let that happen, and he kicked them all the way out to the floor. Goodness. Kicked him from the top rope to the floor. And talk about a rough landing for Wallace. Throw them back in the ring. And, you can say that was a warning shot to Jason Wells about potentially getting involved in this matchup, but props to dip right hand. And thanks to Destri, Wells got knocked down to the floor. And look at this. Gotta go for some type of choke slam, but Wallace was able to counter a swinging net breaker. And now Wallace got Destri in trouble. They're gonna put him on the middle row. What does he do, man? What is this? Okay. I'm willing to admit that was creative. Now Austin Wallace undoing the turnbuckle. He loves to undo this turnbuckle. Love it. Just love it. That's his go-to thing every single time. Sending Destri's spine first into that exposed turnbuckle. Referee, please get that turnbuckle tightened as soon as possible. Thank you very much. Having the shoulder in. And now for the second time. Under a back suplex. That was a good counter, even though, again, that turnbuckle should not be exposed in the first place because it's illegal. So he tightened that thing, I'm going to ask you again. This form right to the mouth. I'm going to go for a cover instantly there. Wallace may have this one, and thank goodness he does not yet. because I really don't want to imagine this dude's ego if he becomes a 3-time United States or All-Star champion, and that jumping knee strike. Wait a second. That's a 3 count. That was a 3 count. But the referee was busy undoing putting the turnbuckle back on. So Austin just had the golden opportunity to become the All-Star champion for the 3rd time. But instead, Stacey was on doing, and the referee to putting the turnbuckle back on. 3 count was missed. And now Destri got control again. Backing pile driver. Yeah. Backing pile driver from Destri. Yeah. Destri retained the All-Star Championship. Okay, that instantly made my night better. Austin tried to cheat, backfired in the long run. I am here for it. Yes. Congratulations, Destri. You've earned it, man. Especially after trying to cheat, man. Carver thumbnails, and it got Austin Wallace instantly on that one. Oh, man. Woo. Well, with the draft coming up, at least, Destri can definitely look to see who's going to be joining him and who's going to be coming after that All-Star Championship next. Because the draft is taking place after breaking boundaries, so I wonder who exactly is going to be challenging Destri next. I'm sure the fighting champion will take on anybody that steps in his way. But tonight, he gets the win over Austin Wallace, and Jason Wells was a smart man and didn't try to get involved once again. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our pre-show main event, the street fight. Crew versus the Cabal, and the Crew want a measure of revenge on the Cabal because their manager, Taskmaster, kind of played Tony Woods and Andre Richardson into saying that they were going to get a tag title shot. But that title shot didn't happen. And the Crew is sick and tired of it. Crew is sick and tired of getting played. They want their tag. They want just to get rid of the Cabal here at this point. And I don't blame them. Anyway, the Crew making their way down to the ring, set to go for the street fight. I don't know why Andre is wearing wrestling gear. It's a street fight, homie, but I guess you do you. Anyway, you two guys, again, I mean, this is the, you know what, hold on. I will say, Tony was probably looking to get some atonement for last season. Because last season he decided he was brave enough to have an open challenge, a first blood open challenge, because he felt that he was one of the best strikers in the world, and he got greeted by Aleister Black, and let's just say that didn't go too well for him. And unfortunately, with the Cabal, because of this attack from behind, this street fight is not starting out well for these guys either. This is not the only no disqualification based matchup we're going to have, because on our main show it will be Chloe Sharp versus Ashley Knight in a last woman standing match. I don't know how personal these two teams are about to get, but that's sure the thing was going to happen in that last woman standing match on the main show. But, as I mentioned before, we're going to run down that main card in a little while here, and the Cabal, former AOR Tag Team Champions, are putting in work on the Crew right now. Andre Richardson. Wait a second. Oh, man. Eldred just absolutely planting Tony Wood. And now, the fight continues here. Wait a second now. He'll chair right to the rib of Andre Richardson. And Eldred stomping the head into Wood, who absolutely gets blasted with that steel chair. And now, look at it. Good job on the part of Ryan Rage putting him down. And now just continuing to beat the brakes off of Wood and Eldred. And Andre Richardson now going at it. Great flatliner from Eldred. Going for the cover on Eldred. And Eldred's able to kick out of that. And now Andre Richardson is in a 2-on-1 situation here. Andre Richardson fighting back though. Drop kick to Eldredge. Andre Richardson is on a roll here. Great stiff right hand. Sending Ryan Rage into the corner. Look at Andre Richardson doing what he can. Look at this. Oh! Great roll up. Great use. Great spring it off. Great roll up right there. And only get the 1 count. And now Tony Wood is back in this one. Oh! Trying to go for some type of spine buster. Didn't really work out. And Eldredge was able to at least knock the kendo stick out of Andre's hand here. And excuse me if I missed something, guys. There's only one of me and 4 of these men. So let's see how that works. And look at this. Oh, goodness. And Eldredge beating the brakes off of Andre with the kendo stick. And oh, again, another shot on Andre. Man, fight continues back on the inside of the ring. And wait a minute. It looked like he was trying to go for that face buster again. Tony with the close. I didn't see Eldredge, who just decked him in the back of the head with that kendo stick. Eldredge continuing to batter Tony Wood here. You know, the Cabal are doing the bidding of Taskmaster, wanting to put down of the crew. I mean, Taskmaster knows he played these guys, and when the Cabal were tag team champions, they were promised a tag team title shot by Taskmaster. They did not get it. So, rightfully, the crew still played by that. Now the crew now is in massive trouble. Tony Wood. Oh! Trying to go for a boot there. Great counter from Ryan. Eldredge trying to get involved. Get the clothesline for his effort. Wait a second. Ryan going to the top rope on the other side. Oh, got kicked all the way to the floor from Wood. That probably saved Andre. They're going to turn his attention back to Eldredge. 3 shots right there. And now the crew got a golden opportunity to turn the one around. Well, Ryan Rage is getting to his feet on the other side. And now getting back in the ring. And now immediately going to go after Tony Wood. Unlikely for sending him crashing to the floor like that. A side slam. Eldredge was able to counter. What a knee strike by Eldredge. And the Cabal, such a vicious team, but the crew showing that, hey, we're no longer about to be that team to be played with here. And Tony Wood looking to get vicious here. Andre Richardson is showing the same thing, flatline, hitting the flatline of Ryan Rage, right onto the edge of that table, man. I'm surprised they didn't rearrange the facial features of Ryan Rage on top of that, but Ryan Rage able to fight out of things here. He fights off the kendo sticks out too. And wait a minute, go for Hurricane Rana, but Ryan with the awareness at a 10 right now, sending Tony Wood crashing to the outside. And now Ryan got the kendo stick. And Andre once again goes ever after that kendo stick, and now the 2-on-1 back on the inside, dealing with Tony Wood. Cover's made, and Tony Wood able to kick out at 2. Now Ryan waiting on it. He said, "Nah, I got y'all. Y'all want to play stupid? I got you." Wait a minute. Shoulder to the gut. Sunset flip, sending him back on the inside. Here we go. 2 count. Tony Wood able to kick out of that one. Andre's back into it. Ryan right at the table here. Look at this. Wait a minute. The powerbomb to Wood. But the powerbomb to Ryan right to the table. Cover's being made, and Andre able to get over there at the last second. Hit to the midsection. And hit right over the top of the head, saving Tony Wood from what could have been a disastrous result. And Ryan slowly getting back to his feet on the other side. Great shoulder tackle. Shoulder tackle again. Andre starting to fire up. Send him off into the apron. And Tony's looking at his partner like, all right, I guess he got this one. Backhanded. And Andre does great work there. And great trust on the part of Woods. Just stepping back and letting the partner do a thing. Here we go. Cartwheel. Pele kick right to the top of the head. And there's Eldredge. Eldredge is back in it. Eldredge is back in it, and Tony Wood, I think he might have got knocked silly off of that powerbomb. I thought he was just standing back and letting Andre take care of it, but he might have got knocked silly for a minute. He kind of just stood there and let that one happen. Now LJ grabbing a ladder. Ooh, sort of right to the midsection, but I thought he tried to knock. I thought he tried to knock LJ or knock Ryan or knock Andre out to the floor, and that wasn't okay. He got a drop kick to the knee, and wait a minute, look at this. Andre taking flight there, excellent work. And now Ryan got some evil thoughts in mind. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute, he hesitated. Oh! I think he meant to go for Tony, but misjudged his aim and kind of caught his own partner in the process. I guess he was always in the right place. But Ryan Reigns now got Andre up on the... Oh, man. That power bomb. Spine first. Right onto that chair. And this is getting a bit vicious here between these four men. Oh, I don't know if spin kick there, great counter. Oh, hit to the gut from Andre. Oh, right to the back of the head, and now Tony and Ryan on the inside of the ring. Uh-oh. Oh, and a vertebraker on the neck, man. A vertebraker on the neck, right into a flatliner. Bro, we're getting vicious now. They said, no, we're getting sick and tired of this. And I think Ryan's going to be out of commission for this, and now the brawl continues with Eldritch and Tony on the floor. Ooh, uppercut from Eldritch to Tony, and now, right there with the counter, But Andre able to immediately kick out, and Tony got him in the sleeper. Tony got him in the sleeper on the floor, and he's out. He is out of there. Ryan gets suplexed to the ladder. And he's waiting for him again. Is there anything left of Andre? It's the sleeper hold locked in again. Frog slap from Andre. And Andre for the second time is knocked out. 2. And that's the win right there for the Crew. Wow. I mean, the Crew came out here tonight and showed their vicious side towards the Cabal, and I think there's only one piece of this puzzle that's left. But for the Crew, they're going to take this win. And hopefully, let's see if they can advance. Let's see if they can move up the rankings now and get a shot at the tag team champions, whoever they're going to be after tonight. So congratulations to Tony Woods and Andre Richardson. A big, massive win for these two guys. One of the first in a long time. Let's see if they can keep it up. Hey, yo, Darren. Yo, I recommend you watch yourself. See, I heard your little reflection. And I heard you reflecting on breaking boundaries of last season. Yeah, we did some messed up stuff. I ain't going to hold you. But you going to sit there and threaten my boy? You going to threaten my friend? You going to threaten Nate? Let me tell you something. I'm not going to be in the arena tonight. Because I'm going to get everything prepared for the celebration for when Nate Shield walks out of here the world champion. But if I find out you did anything to him, if I find out you even attempt to do something, that draft is tomorrow night. And you're going to have to deal with me. You got it? Dwayne, you say that like I'm supposed to be intimidated. You say that like you and I never been inside the ring before. You say that like last season when you and I was in the same ring. I didn't split you from ear to ear. Do you think I'm afraid of you? Do you think I'm afraid of any consequence that you or Nate, for that matter, can do? So Dwayne, first a little threat goes, no promises. I might not. But I can promise you this. If you want to start this war again, we can start it. But I know for a fact that I'm going to finish it. Tell Nate I say good luck. Okay, I think this main card's about to break loose here. I'm a bit scared, but especially given these two teams. There are 2 squad up versus Twisted Disciple. AOA Tag Team Tournament Final winner team faces the Black Assassins on night 1 of the draft for the AOA Tag Team Championship. Is it going to be 2 squad up? Is it going to be Twisted Disciple? Things that gotten personal and it come to a head at Breaking Boundary. And then it's Wolfpack versus the Millennium Riders. Wolfpack with the Millennium Riders. Look, claims that the Millennium Riders don't got people on their resume. They beat the Angel Persuasion, but if the Millennium Riders going to have Wolfpack on their resume and those titles over their shoulder tonight. Let's see if they can get it done. Let's see if they can beat Wolfpack. And then Sean Wright versus Adrian Oxley, non-title action. Adrian, I think, got bought into the game that Brian Dexter was playing. He said that this match would have been for the U.S. title if Adrian wasn't scared. Is he going to use that as motivation to take it to Sean Wright? Because I think Sean Wright's going to be at the top of his game, but we'll see who comes out with the victory there. And then for the AOA Women's Championship, Carolyn Amber versus Miss Wilcox. Now, I will say, Carolyn did kind of spook Miss Wilcox a bit on the most recent AOA episode. So is Carolyn going to use that mental and potential physical edge over Miss Wilcox, or is the viciousness of Miss Wilcox going to shine through like we saw against Angelina? And then the All Out Revolution Women's Championship is on the line. Gloria Bass versus Carmen. And I'm going to say, if this parking lot brawl happened between Carmen and Carolyn, I don't know how healthy Carmen's going to be. Especially going into a match with someone like Gloria. I mean, Gloria already showed him what that Women's Championship means to her. But can Carmen hold on to it, parking lot brawl or not? And then the last woman standing, Ashley Knight versus Chloe Sharp. We saw Chloe Sharp lay out Ashley on the most recent All Out Revolution episode. But is she going to do it for real this time? Is she going to leave New York? The last woman standing. I shudder to think what these two are about to do. But whatever it is, it's going to be physical. Ashley, Chloe, last woman standing. Who's it going to be? And then I'm kind of scared for this match after what we just heard between Darren and Dwayne. But it is Nate Shields versus Jackson Wade for the AOR World Championship. Nate Shields is in the biggest match of his career. Can he capitalize? Can he seize the day and take down Jackson Wade once and for all? Or is Jackson Wade just too good to deal with Nate Shields? And then the AOA World Championship on the line in a triple threat match. We kind of saw the respect for AJ and Mac Wolf fly out of the window on the most recent All Out Action episode. Would make this match even more intriguing, especially with a dominant world champion like Dave. Even though he may not be at 100%, let's see how they do. And then Breaking Boundaries itself. Tomorrow is going to be a banger of a pay-per-view. Tune in. Be a boss. I'll holler at you guys later. Hope to see you for Breaking Boundaries.